As we draw this practice to a close, you might set an intention to continuing to notice abundance wherever it shows up, inclining your mind to abundance that is here. Thank you for your practice.
Yeah, done.
Yeah, you did good. You did really good. Can I hear your affirmations? Good morning, everybody. I am going to do a patio garden tour because I sat out here and I'm like, man, I wish everybody could experience this because it's so beautiful. So I'm going to give you a tour of what my patio garden looks like, all of the plants and the seedlings. Check their soil and water them if they need it. And the sun is out shining beautifully, so this is like the perfect day and time to give the tour. So let's do it. So we'll start with the greenhouse and I'll show you all of the different varieties of plants I have in here. They are all started from seed and will eventually go into a bigger pot from these paper cups where I started them. So I'll show you what plants I have and we'll check the soil to see if they need water and how you know if your plant needs water. We'll also prune off any leaves that are dead or weakening so that the energy can go to the bigger, stronger leaves to help the plant to mature. Let's go. So these are zinnias. I'm not sure if I'm growing them right, but because they all look super leggy in it, but we're just gonna see. We're just gonna continue watering them, giving them sun and see how it goes. So this soil is kind of damp, but it could be watered, so we're gonna water it. We have 3 zinnia plants. This one's a little bit stronger. This one is actually the strongest, and it was the closest to the sun, so maybe I'm gonna rotate them so that the other ones will get some more direct sun, because we don't get much sun on the patio. Now this one I don't remember what it's called. I literally have to wait for it to bloom. I know it's a flower, but I don't know what kind, so I just have to watch it and see what it becomes. So I have actually two of these, one here, 4, one up there. So we have 5 of these plants. The one up there is the tallest of them all. I'm probably gonna cut these bottom leaves off of most of them and let them get some nice sunshine. Next we have another variety of flower that I don't know what it is. All of my flowers I don't know. I can recognize my vegetables, but my flowers, I don't know. This one isn't looking that good, but I hope this one makes it. I'm gonna prune it. This one's gonna come back, and you can see that it's kind of struggling because, oh, I don't know, this one might actually be a corner already. Look, this part is really thick and this part is really weak, but I'll try watering it anyway and giving the sun and see as she recovers. So the tomatoes can definitely be transplanted because they're getting really tall. Their stems are getting stronger, but they're getting pretty leggy for this. And when I transplant them, I can fertilize them too, which is going to give them even more of a boost. So these will be the next ones to get transplanted for sure. And 6. And you can tell by the leaves how like droopy they are. The stem isn't drooping, but the leaves are drooping. That's an obvious sign that they need something because the sun is out. If the sun is out, then they should be like up and alert. This is how they look at night when the sun is not out. So they obviously need something, and it's not more sun because their soil is already dry, so they need water. Lastly, for our greenhouse, we have long okra. You can identify the leaves because they have this red dot. I don't know if every variety of okra does, but the one I've been planting and the one I've seen has the red dot, so that's pretty cool. 5 okras, all of which need water. They are very droopy, so we're gonna get the water for them, for all of them. And the okras also are ready to be transplanted. So okra and tomato, they got to go into a new home because they're doing so well, but they could be doing better. I'm gonna go get the water. What I usually do with these recycled gallon jugs to transport the water from the sink to the watering cans, because this is a patio garden. We don't have a garden hose. So I'm gonna go fill these up and I'll be back. You want the water? Okay, I'll get. You like the beach? Me too.
Oh, you spilled it.
Yeah, it's okay. It'll dry. Okay, it's getting hot. It's hard to do this and film. So we're gonna go inside, AJ and I want to make her some pancakes because she had to wait for breakfast because I wanted to start the tour. But I'll come back not sweating so much and we will have eaten, and then we'll finish the rest of the tour. We still have to prune and then we'll be done with the greenhouse. So next we have the avocado trees, which I have 2 of in pots. And I've been pruning this one. The leaves were not doing too well at one point, so it looks a little bit skimpy, but it is flourishing. You can see we have some organic matter. This was before we started the compost. This is dryer lint that needs to get like buried in there. Some eggshells, probably some banana peel in here too. The soil looks a little bit like stagnant, a little bit like some gnats overwatered, like it just needs to be kind of moved around so it can aerate, if you will. So I'm going to use AJ's gardening tool until I get my own and mix up the soil just to revive the plant because it's getting sun, it's getting water, but it could just use a little bit of a boost. It looks like it has some gnats in the soil too, so we're gonna mix it up and hopefully all goes well and we won't have to like transplant it or anything like that. So I'm going to move the avocado tree over to a spot where it's gonna get a little bit more sun while we have it today. And this is our other avocado tree, a little leggier, a bit sad too. So I'm gonna do the same thing and disturb the soil and let her know I still care about her. Barbecue rosemary and ivy plant. I actually propagated this in water and then recently put it in soil. Corn plants. If you saw the transplanting corn video, these guys were a little bit diseased, so they're not with the other corn, but we're still going to try to revive them, and they could use some water too. Again, so I'm gonna water this corn. This plant I actually bought when I first moved to Florida, so it has moved with me to a new apartment and it's starting to bloom. And then we have the money tree, which is really getting big. So you can see where the previous pot it was in, it was about this size. Like this was the biggest the leaves got. And it's pretty short, but since I put it in this new pot, moved it outside, the leaves are getting this big, like bigger than my hand and much taller. So I'm excited to see that grow. I'll probably give it one more day before I water it, and then we have 2 more plants, and then I'm going inside because I am sweating. This is Alex's broccoli, and this is a rose plant. It's not blooming right now. Don't know how to trim it or care for it, but I water it and keep it from dying, give it sun, and every now and then we have a flower bloom. So Alex's broccoli is pretty dormant right now because it's not the season for it, but it's still kicking, so hopefully it stays with us for a really long time, even through the next move, and it can go into the ground where it will flourish forever. Not really forever, but I'm gonna turn his soil too. And then I'm gonna go in and fill up the water for the rose bush because it takes a lot of water. Water that, and then we can look at the compost. It's a little bit, it's probably like 2 weeks old now, so we can check that out. And then I'm going inside because it's hot. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this patio garden tour. It's a patio garden, but I literally gotta go shower now because I feel so gross, but I feel good because I like being out here in the sun, but just vlogging while doing it is even more work than it already is. But the garden got the attention it needed. I got to get close to my plants and make sure everybody is doing well. Try to save who I can. And soon we'll have some food out here. So thank y'all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want another update, another tour, please let me know. And if you have a garden, let me know, especially if you share it on social. I'm still very new. This is like my 3rd year into gardening, so I'm learning lessons every single year. If you have any lessons to share, please drop them in the comments below. Also, if you know what any of those unidentified flowers are, please let me know what I'm working with here in the comments below as well. Thank y'all so much for watching. Thank you for your support. Thanks for the comments, likes, shares, and subscriptions. Keep doing that, please. Alright, I'll talk to you guys in the next video.